Hey everybody, James here with a few data points that I really want to point out to you guys that you guys can use on your eBay. A lot of people go to these garage sales, Craigslist, OfferUp. They buy stuff on eBay to flip and whatever. And what do? They feel like a lot of it's just gut feeling, right? It's like, hey, I have this $50 item, it can sell for 100. I don't look at how much it's going to cost to ship it. I don't look at how much room it's going to take in my home. I'm not going to look at, hey, how long is that going to take to actually ship? Who knows what it is? There is a possibility, guys, if you buy an item that you will never be able to sell it on eBay. There might be only one person on earth who wants the item that you want to, but we won't get into that. The point of it is a lot of people do it on gut feeling or they use the wrong data, right? A lot of people just do the old simple, hey, let me look at this item, let me type it in, let me look at sold history. And a lot of that sold history might not be correct. It's actually possible. I know we're doing a lot of possibilities today, but it's actually possible that every single sale that you see on the completed sold history is not an actual sale. It's possible, okay? Just be known. We do a lot of auctions all the time. Just sold about 1,000 items, a little over 1,000 items at the past Sunday. There will be probably about 10% of those items, 100 items, that will not get paid for. They'll be canceled. We have to ban the people. It's a whole process, and we have to relist it and whatever. But the point of it is, those show as sales on eBay. No matter what the price, someone might pay for a dollar card $500, and somebody's gonna look at a sale, and they'll be trying to buy stuff and look at that sale and be like, "Wow, that's $500. I can buy it right now for $10. Great!" And they don't realize that, but. Everybody I think kind of knows that who's watching this channel. Sold history is not always correct. But I want to dive a little deeper into this data that a lot of people might not really know about. And I've known about this for a while. I've tracked it just to kind of back up my gut feelings that I might have about how the market is doing, especially my industry, because we only sell one thing. We sell TCG graded items, which, a lot of people who have, they'll buy anything if they can make a dollar on it. They literally do not care. Might be a little more insulated from something like this because, hey, if someone's not buying your Halloween costumes, they might be buying your Christmas now, or someone might be in your Christmas ornaments. Or if we're past that and it's like, wow, I'm not selling Christmas ornaments anymore, but I am selling boots and I'm selling, a seasonality thing. Or you might be, doing a lot of, the point of it is if you're in a niche sector or you're in a specific sector, or you really have a majority of your inventory is in one thing, this might be really good for you. So on the research tab, I believe it's a research tab on eBay, you can look at something called Terapeak Research and Insights, and you can type in there a title of anything you want, and it'll bring up data for a custom field. Now, I'm bringing up right now Pokemon PSA, which PSA, if you don't know, grades Pokemon cards, and they are the biggest grader of Pokemon cards. They probably grade hundreds of thousands every single month, which is 10 times bigger than every other grader combined. So they're really good to have data and kind of tell the market. And I've been seeing messages by people that saying, hey, it seems to me that it's slower to sell stuff, right? I list stuff on eBay and it's a lot slower than it was a few months ago. And yeah, that's not just us. You can look at any type of data, any type of, item that you're selling, any type of stuff that you have in your inventory, and you kind of want to feel. Now, once again, this data, I don't know how completely accurate it is. I don't know if eBay is pulling everything that was sold and paid for, or they're actually just looking at the sales that happen, and that's kind of what they're basing everything that they're doing this data on. But it is a good kind of overview of the actual market as a whole. So let's just look at this really quick for the industry that I'm in, and you can kind of see how good of a data it might be for you if you in whatever industry you're in, be it video games, clothing, whatever. So here we have, right here, June 1st to June 30th, I did a custom thing for the past 3 months. You can see I've typed in Pokemon PSA. 75,000 items sold, a 23% sell-through rate, and $9.9 million in total item sales. Now, that data in and of itself, you have no clue. You need multiple months to just kind of see a trend, kind of see the difference, because, hey, that 10 million, it's normally 100 million, or that might normally be 5 million, and it's double. You don't know. So I pulled the July 1st to July 31st, and as you can see, the total items sold went from 75,000 to 68,000, a pretty big drop. Sell-through rate, too, went from 23 to 19.9%. The total item sales fell about $2 million from 9.9 million to 8.1 million. And then now there is a few days left in August, right? It is August 29th when I'm pulling this data. There's still a few days, but as you could tell from what the data is right here, they're going to have a massive amount of sales in the next few days. And we're talking middle of the week sales, which a lot of the sales, a lot of the auctions like to end on Sundays like we do. So that won't include any of our auctions or a lot of other people's. But you can see 53,000 items sold, 14% sell-through rate, and 6.6 million total item sales, which from July is almost, a million and a half drop. The number of items sold was a $15,000 drop, and the sell-through rate fell 25%. Now, once again, we have a few more days, so the total items sold is going to go up a few thousand. The total item sales is going to go up hundreds of thousands, I'm guessing. But as you can see, it's a clear indicator of that the market is, cooling for these Pokemon PSA cards. And use that data how you want. You might be saying, hey, I see a bottom, I want to buy. Or you say, hey, I want to get out because these are luxury goods. This is not toilet paper or housing or utilities. I need to get out. Whatever it is, it's good to have data behind you, right? Especially people who are, I see so many people who are, like I said, going to garage sales or going on, trying to flip stuff. And a lot of it's just done off gut or just done off a single, let me just go quickly through eBay and see one sold history. Wow, this item sold for $100 once. And I can buy it for $50. Hey, $50, 100% profit, right? There's a lot more there, right? There's a lot more deep down under. How often do these sell? Is there more than one person on earth who wants this item? How are you going to store it? How long are you going to have it? How long are you going to have that $50 tied up? It might be not, you might be thinking, oh, $50 tied up, that's not bad. But if you're really going to start this as a business and inventory, you might have thousands of $50 items. That builds up very, very, very quickly. And then all of a sudden, you want high in demand items, right? You don't want to have a shelf full of items that don't sell, because then you're going to fire sell them to get money back to put in the capital into demand items, and then you're going to lose that imaginary $50 profit that you thought you'd made, and then you'll either auction off or cut it way discount, and you still might not even sell it. So it's good to have data behind there, be it, hey, let me look at sold history. I need multiple sold histories to see that. I need to make sure they're correct. There's no really way to make sure that's correct. You can message a seller and say, hey, did this actually sell? Who knows if they'll actually ever get back to you? Or, hey, maybe the guy who sold that one item one time will say, yeah, it definitely did sell for $100. And he has 500 of them back there in quantity that he bought off some grandma at a garage sale one time. And he definitely wants that sale history to show there so that when he sells his next one, he can say it's worth 100, right? I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on with this sales data. So I thought it'd be interesting just to give you a little bit deeper dive into some data that a lot of people, I think, don't know exists, or they just think, hey, the only thing I really have to go off of is that sales history. There's a little deeper dive that you can do, and there's a lot of stuff that you can look into, not just this. So anyway, what do you guys think? How is your industry doing? Whatever you're in, search there. Go to the research tab, type it in, do the custom field, whatever. Do it over the past 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is. I don't know how far back they do the data, but just see how it goes and see if your gut feeling is correct. Think like, hey, before I type this in, here's how I feel the market's going. Are your total items going up? Are they going down? Sell-through rate going up or down? Total sales, right? And have a little data behind your gut feeling. I think that'll be good for everybody as a seller. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.